What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Dustin here, back with another video. So good to be back. So good to see you guys. I have been busy as a bee. Uh, no pun intended with the colors I'm wearing, black and yellow. But yes, I've been busy, guys. Very busy. Today is a gloomy day. It's supposed to rain for the next, probably 4 or 5 days straight. And just wanted to make a video and get back out here to this YouTube stuff because I've really been thinking about it. You know, I want to do YouTube full time. I want this to be my vision. This is my dream. With the algorithm now, it's so hard to reach you guys, and I just wanted to reach out today and let you guys know that it's great to have specific topics on videos. It's great to choose those topics and roll with them and elaborate on specific topics. But sometimes you just got to vlog, talk about life, and just be real. And I'm here to be real with you guys. I'm here to be transparent, to be with you in the moment. And I think living in the moment is crucial now. This is, if there's any topic at all, this is the topic I want to cover in this video today. Is, you know, being real with yourself. Being real with each other is important. And I am here to hold myself accountable. Now, you know, I encourage you all to do this as well. It's beginning to strike me as a realization. I'm beginning to come back to reality in the sense that the two things that are most important right now is, okay, you know, being real with yourself, number one, and number two, living in the moment. So I'm not going to try to organize this video and make everything super clean. I'm just really here to be honest and open with you guys. And I love y'all. I appreciate you being here. And I wanted to talk about this today because, you know, transparency with oneself and being real with oneself is crucial. We have to be honest with our achievements, what we want to get out of life, see in our lives happen, where we're at right now, even if we're sitting in struggle of any kind. It's tough out there, guys. Listen, it is. I get it. I see it every day. We're living in a time now where people are struggling more than ever, and they're going to continue to do so. So, regardless of where you're at, be honest with yourself. Do what makes you happy and just call it a day. You know, I've been hearing lately that, you know, a lot of people are saying, okay, money doesn't make happiness. You know, happiness is the new currency. Like, success is no longer determined by financial whatever. It's really defined by your happiness. And that's a heavy hitter. It should ultimately be where we strive, what we strive for. That should ultimately be our goal in life, is to be happy. You know, and so that's number one, is, you know, being real with ourselves. Ultimately, being real with yourself, it's going to make it easier in the long run for you to make the moves you need to make and just do it. We just got to do things, guys. We got to rip the Band-Aid off and just do them. less thinking involved, saying, okay, these are actually things that are going to put me in a better place, whether it's what you're worrying about, what you need to stop worrying about, what you need to actions you need to take to get you from A to B to a different place. Try it out, guys. Try it out. Try to move yourself to a different place. See how it feels. Try new things that you haven't tried before. And then at least you can always say you did the most you could. You put yourself in position. And that's what it's about. It's about putting yourself in position. You know, that honesty, that self-honesty is really, really crucial because it puts you in a position where you can make moves. Do things that don't cost money. Do things that you have power of. You know what I mean? Do things that are priceless, that you can't put a price tag on. You know, we live in a day and age now where everything costs money to do. What if we started doing things that didn't cost money? That, you know, making decisions that you can't put a price tag on. You are priceless, guys. Okay? The world is going to put a price tag on you, but you are priceless. You are not defined by a set rate of pay. You are not defined by a dollar amount. Okay? Regardless of net worth, we're not talking about that. Your net worth, guys, if I can get you to understand this, is determined by you. You determine that net worth. Lock in. Know what you deserve, where you belong. Only surround yourself with people who are contributing to your success, your mental embetterment. You know, everything else, just be considerate. You know, be nice to people, but ignore that. You know, move on, because we're not gonna put ourselves on that level. You know, a lot of people spend their whole lives and they just criticize and you know, me personally, this year, like, I always feel like I'm in that position to like say how it is. I've always got to say how it is and make people see that reality. You know, that reality that I live in is reality. Is like I'm being real. Like, that's the reality I live in. It's like, yeah, this is how the world actually works, and not everyone's gonna see that. Not everyone's gonna be on what you're on. They're not gonna be woke, you know, and I mean woke like in a positive way. You know, they're not gonna be awakened inside like you are. They're not gonna move and make these powerful moves like you are. So, accountability, you know, setting your worth, yourself to a higher standard. These things are crucial, guys. Crucial. Um, ultimately, it's about being happy. And listen, I love this platform because it gives you the opportunity to speak. And I love my audience. I love you guys so much. I've become so focused on, and I haven't landed on anything quite yet. I've landed on a few platforms as far as like where I think like things I wanted to try, and I've dabbled with a couple different things, and like I go back and forth, and I'm like, I want to do everything. That's the thing about me, is like I want to do everything and be everything for myself, my family, my friends. And when I say that, I mean, we all want to be that financially. We all want that financial success, you know. But I mean everything, like yeah, financially, but like like in the sense that I'm comfortable, but that's kind of like where it stops. You know what I mean? And comfortability is different for everybody in that financial sense. So there's that, but also, things that I enjoy mostly, really just trying new things, like to the point where like I'll forget to do something and I'm like, man, I got to do that. Like I was supposed to do this today, checking things off your daily list. Because I get so distracted with things that I want to try in my life and positions that I want to like positions that I want to put myself in. In the past, I've forcefully put myself in positions that ultimately contributed to my embetterment, which is great because through that you gain responsibility, you learn responsibility, you also learn, like, even if you make a decision that has negatives to it, maybe some positives, but it definitely has negatives to it, you learn to grow. You kind of learn responsibility and you're like, okay, now I got this on my shoulders. How is this going to help me in the future to make even better decisions and to learn from this experience now so I can put myself in other positions easier? Yeah, like I want to be on that F around and find out, you know, movement. I want to be on that. Like you should, for your life, whatever it looks like right now, you should be on that F around and find out. You know what I mean? For you. Ultimately saying, not literally F around and find out, but ultimately saying, like, we're just effing around anyways, right? We're dabbling in different things, but the end goal is you're going to be killing it regardless. Like, almost like you make it look easy. That's you guys. You know what I mean? That's you. That's you for your life. And I want that for you. And I'm trying to be on that for my life. F around and find out. Make it easy. Make it look easy. Making things look easy. People have told me in the past, they're like, you're always giving it 100. You're gassing out, man. Like, you're moving too fast. You're moving too quick. Ultimately, that's why we're tired a lot of the times, right? That's why we're exhausted, because it's just a grind. But we have to think of the grind not just as something, more work we put in, more work we get out of it. Yeah, that's on paper, that contributes to results, right? But we also have to think of it as like, what do you want to stand for right now? Like, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to, whatever I'm trying to say. Where do you want to, what position do you want to put yourself in? You know what I mean? That's huge. So, and I know Gary Vee talks about this a lot, happiness, like over dollars. Put yourself in a position, so your side hustle, right? The work you put in, you're going to get out. Like, the effort you put in, you're going to get out. We know that. And it does contribute to a dollar amount at the end of the day. But what you need to focus on is doing things that make you happy. Like, do a side hustle. Run your business full time. Whatever it is for you. Work your full-time job in combination with other things. Do things that don't cost money. That's a flex. You know what I mean? Like, but do them because they make you happy. That's the currency. Happiness is the currency. So, and that's the biggest thing, is like, what if we could shoot for our financial goals, but it was just the big goal was happiness. You know, what if we didn't tie happiness to one specific thing, one specific season in our life of what we think we needed at that set point in time? It's like, you know how we get, it's like, man, I need Five Guys for lunch or I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be frustrated. You know, I think I've quit all that and just said, you know, like for myself, I think the only times I get frustrated with are when I get frustrated with like the lack of effort I'm putting in at the time or like results I wanted to see. And I kind of like let myself down and I'm like, ah, man, like I could have done better there, you know, maybe next time. So you almost got to like cross it off your list first and then do it. So like it's done, but it's not done, you know? And, you know, happiness is the goal. Happiness is ultimately where you need to be, the position you need to put yourself in. That's what it's going to take, guys. I mean, you know, take those days off, put yourself in positions where you're like, you don't know how you're going to do it, but you do it. That's what I'm talking about. Like me, like people work like 90 plus hours a week in their business or whatever, you know, and they still have free time. So it's like there's time. There's always gonna be time. I'm almost at a point where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take the days off that I need to put myself in position where I'm ultimately doing whatever I want, but I'm in that free time, I'm doing things that don't cost me money, don't require anything up front, that make me happy. But I look back over at my grind, my hustle time, and it just speaks for itself. You know, it's nonstop in the paint, in the paint. And it's tough sometimes, guys, because we get down and in the dumps about the results. I do it all the time. We beat ourselves up about, man, my business didn't make much money this month, or, you know, I was really hoping for a good month, because that's a high. You know what I mean? It's a high. Like if you could eat out at a bougie restaurant once a month, that one time, at least that one time, like, you know, that one stop at PF Chang's where you get to sit down with the family and just eat good food. You know what I mean? And it's coming out of your paycheck, your pocketbook, because you did good on your hustle, your grind. Like that's a good feeling. That's a high for the month. But what if the high, what if the bar, what if the high was not determined by, like, that's asking very little. That one shot a month. You know what I mean? That one shot, that one dose of happiness on that dinner or whatever it is for you. What if instead of that, it was your free time, like doing things that didn't cost anything, that had no dollar amount? You know what I mean? Go to the library, check out every book you can, read. You know, and I get it, guys. It's time. It cuts into your time, your money, and everything. I'm always on these apps trying to figure out, okay, what's the best deal? How can I get the best deal? How can I get the best price? Where the coupons at? You know, type stuff. So you need to be at, okay, let's take where the coupons at type mentality. Like, give me that 50% off. Give me that free buy one, get one. You know, you need to get the free up front. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your free, first of all, it's your free time, and time you don't get back. Time is also money. So your time's valuable, basically. You should be getting things for free with your free time. You know, in your free time, you should be getting free things. Because it has to do with happiness and you know, things that don't cost money. That I'm talking about things you can't put a dollar amount on. See, to me, like, checking out a book at a library, you can't put $1 on that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how expensive the book is or what, because through reading, you're going to gain knowledge. If you want to check some movies out, it's great. You can watch movies and read magazines and gain knowledge on what's going on in the world. You can't put a price on that. It's information. If you can go to a free concert, a free show, get a glass of water at the local bar and just sit back and watch a band. Like, these are the things that I used to live for that I feel like I need to move back into. And I encourage you all to do the same. But it doesn't have to be a specific event. It's just ways you spend your time and like things you want to put your positions you want to put yourself into. If you're at a point where you've been using regular gasoline for so long and you want to step up to mid-grade just to put yourself in that corner, do it. Try it out. We spend too much time thinking about it, I think. Book the vacation. Book that free vacation, whatever it is in your life. Take the trip, type mentality. Like, just do it. Like, cross it off your list type stuff. And realize that you can do a lot more with your free time than the world tells you. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope you got something out of this video. It was more of a vlog, rant video, just talking about life. That's what we do here. And just make sure you're putting yourself in position. And I'm here to hold myself accountable. That's it. I'm also here because I love you guys. And these are things that, like, we should ask ourselves, I feel. I'm just some guy. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm just some guy, ultimately. And I'm being real with you guys. So these are some things you can think about this week and that I need to think about in my life. Enjoy life. Take it easy. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.